Hey, I'm Max. I'm an aerospace engineering student here in the Netherlands at TU Delft, and today I want to talk about my finances of my whole first year at university. So I'm basically going to run you through every month, then how much I spent in that month and what I spent it on, then what I prioritize according to my lifestyle and what my budget is, and then of course the lessons learned that I can take with me into my next year or which you can take into your first year at university. Alright, so beginning every month I look at my monthly fixed costs. So for me, those are three things. For one, Netflix, which is $11.99 per month. Then my iCloud storage. So I think the normal iCloud storage space is about 10 gigabytes, but I need a bit more. So I pay $2.99 for 50. And then for my phone flat rate, I pay $9.99. So every month I already pay €24.97 for those monthly fixed costs. Now, I'm going to start in August, which is my first month of uni, although I was only in the Netherlands for the last half of that month, and I was here for a couple of days for the opening week, or the OWE, which is like the introductory week here. It's like Freshers Week in the UK, and it's where you get to look at campus and you get to meet some new people and you basically just party all day. It's also where you get to look at all the associations there are, because there are lots of associations here at TU Delft. It really reminded me of American movies, you know, where you walk through and there are all these stands and these people that want to talk to you. It's pretty much like that over here. Wilson, my flatmate, and I, we came here by car, and then we also went back by car after the opening week, because the opening week was like 1 or 2 weeks before the actual start of the academic year. So we just went back to be with our family and friends for 1 more week before we actually start university. And we took the car to do that, and the petrol costs and the costs for food and stuff were in total €70 approximately. Then at the OWE itself, I spent €31 on drinks and food, which is actually pretty good, I think. After the opening week, I had to get back to university, so from Germany to the Netherlands, and I went by train, and the train tickets were $59.90. After that, it's basically just food. That's just the accumulation of us going to the store and cooking something by ourselves, and that was €23.97. And then I have some more miscellaneous costs because I bought another charger for my phone because I lost mine, and that was another €24.66. And then for the car ride here and back, I used my phone to play some music, and in my flat rate I think I have 3 gigabytes, but those didn't last very long. So I think for like €3 I can get another 3 gigs or something like that. But what you do is you upload money and then it gets taken off, and you always upload in installments of €20. So I spent another €20, and then we went to the Hague in MediaMarkt, and I bought a new mouse, which was pretty expensive, and 2 new cables, and there I spent a total of €144.98. That's all I spent in August, and that brings us to a total of €399.48. Alright, let's move on to September, my first full month at university. Again, you have the $24.97 for Netflix, for my iCloud storage, and for my phone flat rate. Then the next big thing that comes up every month is food. I separated this kind of food from eating out, because what Wilson and I do is that we just go shopping and we look at the total amount of money we spend for food at home, which we then cook, like pasta, rice, chicken, etc. And we split that in two, and then that's our monthly cost for food. And in September, that was €139.80. September, I also ate out just a bit. At the beginning, I had a doner for $13.36, and then at the end of the month, sushi for €36.20. I also had a coffee a couple times. It's funny, I had one on the first day of uni, and that cost €6.15, which was probably at Starbucks. But then a couple of days later, I got another one for €1.80, and that was probably on campus. Because you have these little machines, and one coffee costs, I think, €1 or like 90 cents. So I got like 2 of those. And I also spent €20.98 on Quizlet Plus, I think it's called. That's because most textbooks don't actually give the answers to all the questions, which I do not understand. They only give it to like odd answered questions most of the time. But Quizlet Plus has all of the answers available, so I think that's a very worthwhile investment. And then I also spent €10.25 on the Volleyball Association sign-up fee. That's basically it for September, and that brings my total to €253.51. Alright, moving on to October, where I ate out a lot more. So again, we have the €24.97 for the monthly fixed cost, and then for food This month it was 240 and 42 cents. Then I bought a gift for my mom, which was 54 euros and 27 cents. Then I ate out a couple times, had a couple burgers, a couple fries, so that's always around like 10 euros, 7 euros, 8 euros. I got a coffee a couple times, then a ticket to a Halloween party for 3 euros, then the badminton membership fee, which was 30 euros, then a team hoodie for my volleyball team, which was 35 euros and 88 cents, and then another burger at the end of the month for 8 euros 50. So my total for October is 439 euros and 84 cents. Right, moving on to November. Again, the monthly costs for 24.97. Then food here was only 151 and 60 cents, so maybe there was a bit of an overlap for last month. Then all the other fees for beach volleyball and volleyball also accumulates here. So for beach volleyball, the membership fee was 10 euros. Then my volleyball kit, so the shirts and the trousers, were 60 euros. Then some drinks, we probably went out for 17 euros and 79 cents. Then the train to a volleyball game was 20 euros. The thing is, as a student here, I believe you can get a reduction on public transport, but if you don't, it's really, really expensive. I had a friend come home from Germany, so we also ate out a couple of times. We got some steak for 30 euros, coffee a couple of times, dinner as well. Then I also have some expensive for Audible. That's when I started to listen to audiobooks. One time for 9 euros 38 cents and one time for 9 euros and 41 cents. Then for my badminton kit, so the t-shirts, that was 20 euros. Then for a beach volleyball tournament, it was 19 euros and 20 cents. And then the biggest chunk for that month is the indoor volleyball membership fee, was 125 euros. The indoor volleyball club called Punch is actually rather expensive compared to the other ones, but they also provide more training. There are also all these parties centered around that association. That brings my total of November to 547 euros and 73 cents. Alright, let's get to the last month in 2021, which was December. Here the food was again not too high, not too low. It was 199 euros and 65 cents. Of course, not forgetting the monthly fixed cost, 24 euros and 97 cents. Then we had a couple of drinks for 5 euros, probably because we had a last lecture in 2021. Then again, a train, I believe, to a volleyball game was 7 euros and 10 cents. Then for a Secret Santa gift, I spent 12 euros and 48 cents. So we had two Secret Santas actually, one in our friend group and one in our project group. And our project group got that person a book, The Martian. And in our friend group, oh yeah, one of these head scratcher. That was only 12 euros and 48 cents, which is really cool. Then again, for Audible, 9 euros and 43 cents. Then another installment for my flat rate to get probably more storage, because when I'm traveling, I probably want to watch something or I want to listen to music. So again, that's 20 euros right there. Then when I got home, all of the drinks for like New Year's or some birthdays, which was 10 euros and 69 cents. Then an Uber from one party where we got to get home, which was 9 euros and 50 cents. And then we went to eat sushi as well at the end of the month for 30 euros. That brings my total for December to 328 euros and 82 cents. Which is actually not too bad, I think. So that concludes 2021. I'm not going to talk about averages just yet, because I also want to get the first 6 months of 2022 in here as well to get a complete overview. Let's start with January. Again, the fixed costs for 24 euros and 97 cents. Then food in January was actually really expensive. It was 313 euros and 90 cents, but that was also because I think it was my birthday, so we also bought quite a lot for that. Then we have coffee like a bunch of times. I think in total that's around 20 euros. Most of the time probably at Starbucks. Then also I bought some whey protein for the first time. That was 20 euros and 99 cents. I bought another bag because I'm going traveling at the end of January. The end of January meant that it's the end of Q2 exams. So there you always have a couple of days free in which you can travel. And I went to Stuttgart to meet with some friends and to Freiburg in Germany to meet with some other friends. And the total train costs for that were 106 euros and 80 cents. So I had to get from Delft to Amsterdam to Stuttgart, then to Freiburg, and then from Freiburg to Amsterdam back to Delft. Therefore I spent 100 euros on traveling. I don't eat out a lot. Like I eat out maybe once or twice every month. I get some coffee a couple times, that's true. But I think I'm really limited in when it comes to eating out every month, which is why then when I travel, I can always spend a bit more. That's always my mindset. And I want to have the mindset that I never say no to traveling, because I've never regretted traveling anywhere really, like to see a new or different place. I've never regretted that, so that's why I always want to prioritize traveling. Then I also had to get a corona test in order to take that train, because back in January I think they're really strict in Germany, which cost €6.01. And then at the end I also got some pizza for €12.99. Total for January is actually insane, but that's probably because of some reason the high food costs and the train. Total for January is €542.83. Alright, then food in February was actually better. It was $115.26. I think it might vary from month to month, because we might have gone on a big shopping spree like at the end of one month, and therefore we use up all that food in the other months and we don't go shopping in that month. That's why there's probably that big variation for the food costs between 2 consecutive months. Then again, went to get some coffee a couple times, a couple snacks here and there. So one coffee was $5.45, then snack $3.38, coffee $2.82, steak €15.06. Coffee $1.42, then some drinks in the middle of February. I don't remember why, but probably went out. €11, and then €6.50 for my last coffee in that month. Then I also went to the cinema for €20.98. Then I think we got some outside breakfast for €2.40. Then for Wilson's birthday gift, I spent €31.99. And then again, probably from the month before, since I was traveling, I wanted to listen to some music, another €20 installment for that. That brings my total February to $261.23, which is compared to January really low. That's probably because of the low food costs. Alright, now it's also the time between February and March where we started moving from the student hotel over to this place, and that's why the total cost for March is absolutely insane because of all the moving, because of the deposit, and then we had to of course pay for all of the new tables and kitchenware and sofa and basically everything, because this place was empty. Oh, and also I went traveling in March as well. I went to visit some friends in Edinburgh. So then again, you got the plane tickets, you got going out, and that's why the total cost for March is absolutely insane. But yeah, let's go through it. So again, monthly fixed cost €24.97. Then for food it was €195.54, which is pretty okay. Then the plane tickets in total were €181.36, which is pretty insane. But I think because we had to switch, because initially we wanted to go earlier, but our friends got corona and we had to switch, and then at least for me the cost just shot up. But then for drinks, €30 probably at Boteco in Edinburgh. Oh no, actually those weren't the drinks of Boteco, because I spent a lot more on the drinks in Boteco. We went to Amsterdam with people from Edinburgh and then we saw them again. So that was actually pretty cool. So we went to the club in Amsterdam. There the drinks were €30, and then the train there and back were €46.50. Again, NS, which is like the train organization or company here, charge a lot if you don't have any of these deductions. I really have to look into the reductions, but I don't take the train very often, which is why I always said I don't need it, but maybe I should really look into it, even if it's just a bit. Then we got some sushi for €19.40. And now there's a big chunk for basically everything that's in here to make this place habitable. So we got that sofa from IKEA for €549. Then we got like a brush for the bathroom for 99 cents. My desk cost €149. Then the 2 chairs, which are currently outside, were $15.98. The wok was $19.99. The plates and kitchen utensils were $49.99 and $12.99. For another pan, it was $12.99. Then for more kitchen utensils, it was $4.99. For the cutting boards, it was $4.98, and for the toaster, it was €27.95. Oh, yeah, that was a big chunk. But yeah, just had to spend that money in order to make this place habitable. And then I also bought a compass for $12.92 for an exam that was coming up, so I needed that as well. Now we are in Edinburgh, and there I spent money on the bus and trains a couple of times. So the bus was €14.05. Then we stayed in Edinburgh, but we also had a friend in St Andrews. I went there for one night. So the train to St Andrews was $19.58 and back was $19.92. And then for drinks, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I spent €50. And then I went to eat somewhere, it was $30.39. And then for one dinner where I invited the friend from St Andrews, I spent €69.25. And then I got a coffee 2 times for $4.42 and for $7.23. Then I bought 2 t-shirts for €39.98. And then the corona test at the airport was so expensive. It's €42.02, which is absolutely insane. That brings the total for March to €1,656.38. But if you deduct everything that went into this new place, since that was a big anomaly. We're at still 807 euros and 53 cents. Again, insane, but then again, I went traveling a lot, so I don't want to see it as bad, because if I do spend money and it's on traveling, I think that's totally fine. Alright, now after this big fat month, we get to April, where it settles down a bit more, which I'm very happy about. We have the fixed costs again, and food was 163 euros. And again, I have another Vodafone installment because I'm traveling the month before that, so another 20 euros gone for that. Then we went to eat sushi again, which was 24 euros and 99 cents. In that month, I actually went to Maastricht to visit a high school friend, because that's also the end of third quarter. So again, after every quarter, I want to use that opportunity to travel as much as I can. So I had some lunch at the train station for 8 euros and 84 cents. Then the trains there and back were 29 euros and 72 cents and 29 euros and 77 cents. And then the drinks over there were in total about 30 euros. Then I also bought that clothing rack. That was 36 euros and 99 cents. And then on King's Day, which is like a big holiday here, we also had some like particular snack, and they cost 10 euros. So total for April, it's 378 euros and 28 cents. So more or less back to normal. 2 more months left, May and June. So again, the monthly fixed costs for May were 24 euros and 97 cents. Food was 202 euros and 71 cents. And then another big chunk for that month was a sewerage tax, which we had to pay out of nowhere. It was just like, please pay 300 and something euros. So we split that in half, and I had to pay 157 euros and 85 cents. And that's just how it is. And in May, I went traveling as well. It was about 150 euros with all the trains included and the money we spent there, which is actually really good, I think. But again, I'm happy to spend that money for traveling. Then I got a coffee for 5 euros and 45 cents. Then again, Vodafone, 20 euros because I went traveling and I want to listen to music. Another expense was Audible, again, another audiobook probably, and that was 9 euros and 41 cents. My total in May was 570 euros and 39 cents, but that is because of the sewerage tax in that month, which bumped it up by another 150 euros. Alright, last month was June. Again, monthly fixed costs, then food was 175 euros and 11 cents. Then I had a coffee for 5 euros and 45 cents. Then at the beginning of this month we had the launch day, where we launched our small rockets. Just some snacks for that were 6 euros and 98 cents. Again, another Vodafone installment. I'm guessing again from the month before, all that traveling, so 20 euros. Then for lunch, 3 euros. Then for a badminton tournament, I spent 35 euros. Then for the launch day petrol, because I had some friends who drove me there, in total that was 4 euros 50. For Audible again, 9 euros 24 cents. And then a coffee a couple of days ago at the faculty for 1 euro and 60 cents. That brings my total in June to 285 euros and 85 cents. Alright, that's the breakdown. If you take all of that and you average it out, so if you take everything I spent from August to June and you average it out, I spent 437 euros and 77 cents per month, which is actually alright because my budget is basically 450 euros, so I do not want to go above that. But that average does not take into account the big chunk of stuff I paid in May for the new apartment. Now, if you take all the money I spent for food and average it out, it's at 174 euros and 63 cents, which is actually really decent. What helps is that I share those costs with Wilson, so we always split that in two. And then eating out, if you average all of that, I'm at 53 euros and 13 cents, which is actually a bit above what I want to pay for eating out. I want the maximum to be 50 euros per month, as I'm going to have to work on that next year. But yeah, overall, I'm actually pretty happy with my expenses, especially since I went traveling a lot. So I had to use up some of my savings a couple of times, but that's totally fine because I think, I don't want to say investment, but the money I spend for traveling is always worth it. If I would not eat out that much and if I wouldn't travel as much as well, then my food costs are at like 175 euros. So it's definitely doable to keep your total costs under 100 euros, but if you do want to enjoy life a bit more, go out and travel, that's going to probably double, but I think that that's definitely worth it. So for next year, I just have to check that I'm not eating out so much, but I think I do have a good cap on that because I don't eat out a lot here. I'd rather stay in because first of all, it's cheaper and it's also healthier, and therefore I can spend more on traveling and then not needing to really think about how much money I spend there. Right, as you might have noticed, I looked at my computer a lot during that time. That's because I have a Excel sheet, different algorithms in here, which help me keep an overview of everything. I'm gonna make a video about that soon and of course share this with you. Again, I live in the Netherlands, which is not a cheap country, but I don't live in Amsterdam, for example. I live in Delft, which is a bit smaller and therefore things are not too overpriced. But then for my particular lifestyle, so I love traveling a lot, and then I also spend lots of money on sports equipment and on all these associations. But then again, I don't eat out a lot. You also have to take into account is rent. Rent in Delft I think ranges from like 300 euros to 800 euros. Let's say you spend another 500 euros, so that brings your average per month to like 950 euros. So if you want to live a relaxed lifestyle like I do, that's approximately how much one has to spend. Alright, I think that everything of value I could have told you. I really hope you did take something away from this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Subscribe to Hustle Max right now.
Right now.
Right now. The red button and the right